Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time that we start to ask our questions. Exactly what you see on the thumbnail, on the title. And I think that a lot of people have been asking themselves this question. Is Cody Rhodes' title reign boring? Is it enough? We're coming off a historic title reign with Roman Reigns. Has this title reign really fulfilled expectations? I don't really know at this point. I'm just going to be honest, and I'm the biggest Cody fan that you guys will see. Now, Kenny and Omer, I want to hear your thoughts. Let's go ahead and start with you, Kenny. Go ahead, sir.
We want Cody. Cody crybabies. It's all their fault. I'm telling you. But is his title reign boring? I will say this. Before WrestleMania, we were at like the biggest point in WWE because it was so good when The Rock came out and him and Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins had their thing going on. Everybody was really invested and we wanted to see where this thing went. Cody Rhodes coming out of WrestleMania with the championship, I think was the right decision to make. But the follow-up behind it was terrible. Not good at all. They really had nothing ready for him. It's like they went there the night after WrestleMania and said, okay, let's write something. But there was just really nothing planned for Cody Rhodes after him and The Rock did the you touch mine, I'll touch yours whole gimmick. Now, that's how I feel about his title reign as a whole. Is it time for him to lose it? Before I give you that, let's go ahead and see what Big Om thinks about the title reign so far.
Look, I have been saying this for months. I have been sounding the alarm bells, warning people that Cody Rhodes' title reign was in danger of being boring, a failure, underwhelming, all of the above. I said I would give it till SummerSlam. We are after Bash in Berlin. And the unfortunate truth is that Cody Rhodes' title reign is mediocre in comparison to what we expected and also what we should expect from Cody. Cody is the franchise player, selling more merch than anyone else in WWE. He's the most popular guy in WWE. Yet here we are, and the story that is being told, or lack thereof, is boring. It does not engage fans. And I'm asking myself, and I've talked about this with both of you before, the same question that I was asking myself last year. Who is Cody Rhodes? And at this point, outside of I'm here in town X and I'm excited about facing X and I'm the and I'm the WWE champion. That is it. The dude who is cutting some of the best promos from 2016 to 2021 is gone. The Cody Rhodes that I fell in love with, that I was always a huge fan of, I advocated for, is almost like a parody of what he used to be. Now he's just like this generic white meat baby face that Cody Rhodes could play very well, honestly. But for whatever reason, the promos are bland. He's saying the same thing in every single few. Like his Kevin Owens stuff is essentially recycling the same stuff that he had with AJ. Like that's where we are. At least with, I hated the Solo Sikoa stuff. Y'all already know. At least with Solo, like there was like a little bit of references to like The Rock and like the feud leading up to Mania, even though it wasn't direct. Like it was at least like, all right, we got Bloodline times Cody. That brought a little bit of intrigue. But man, there's nothing. And it's unfortunate because Cody, we know, is capable of doing better. This is a huge indictment, not on Cody though, because I don't think this is Cody's fault. This is a damning indictment on Triple H's booking. If we want to look at, just one example or the biggest example of like why Triple H in 2024 is failing as a booker, look no further than Cody's title reign. We all know that babyface title runs are always going to be a little bit underwhelming than the chase. But when you compare this to where we were just a couple of months ago, it never should have gotten this bad. And the reality is, Brian, you and I have talked about this before. You look at other world champions in wrestling, Swerve, way better title reign than Cody Rhodes had over the last couple of months, right?
Gunther already has a way better title reign as well.
You look at Damian Priest. Like it was weird in the beginning, but by the end, when he lost to Gunther, I was thinking to myself, I'm more invested in Damian Priest as a champion than I am Cody Rhodes. That
Ethan
is
Page.
I don't know about all that,
Listen, Ethan Page, what they're doing in NXT actually makes me want to watch NXT.
No.
And I haven't
No,
watched
I'm not
Finn
disagreeing
Balor
with you.
and
I'm
all
not
those
disagreeing.
guys.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
It's just too early to tell with
Oh,
that.
did you see the end of the
like 3
Drew
weeks
Indy
into it,
match
bro.
and all of that stuff they were doing?
They were
I
like
was like,
cheering.
this is interesting.
People were invested during that match. They were cheering for them like
For sure.
crazy. And here's my issue, right? With and Omar, did you have any last thoughts before I get into
That's
it
it.
right here?
That's it. Go
So-
crash out.
My issue with this, right, is it feels like Cody Rhodes is just this big star in Roman Reigns' book. As weird as this sounds, it sounds like he's being used as just, all right, let's just use him to bring Roman back and make people care about Roman before he comes back. And there is just no story built for Cody Rhodes. It's almost like Cody Rhodes is just literally like just a chapter in Roman's book and just his big book.
Yep.
And
Perfect
obviously we know Roman Reigns is the biggest star in WWE. I mean, the guy is amazing, and Cody Rhodes, I'm not gonna say he's at Roman Reigns level, but he's pretty much there. I mean, he's pretty much there, but it feels like Triple H is not treating him like that, and they obviously know what they want to do with Roman, but there's nothing that they know they want to do with Cody. So I think that it's all pretty much like subjective to how people think to it. But me personally, like, I'm like, bro, Cody Rhodes is just being used at this point as just Roman Reigns' just plot device. Hey, you know, we want Roman Reigns to be loved when he comes back. Let's go on ahead and put Cody in a feud with Solo. Let's go on ahead and do something like that. So I just hate it. I hate the way that Cody Rhodes has been booked because he doesn't deserve it at this point, bro. It's tough. It's just tough. I don't even want to know what they had for Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania if it wasn't this, because I heard that people would have been angry. He didn't go into detail. We still don't know. But if I had to guess, he was probably going to win the title and Damian Priest was going to cash in on him.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? He was going to face Sheamus at Mania. It was the same thing they were going to do to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30.
Listen, bro, I don't know what's going on. Triple H got to get it together, bro. It feels like only thing he has plans for is the Bloodline story. And even the Bloodline story feels like it's moving as slow as molasses right now. I know that Roman can't come in every week, but it's just moving super slow. And I'm not really a fan of this whole Solo Sikoa thing. So I think it's all on Triple H personally, bro. I think Cody as a talent is amazing. But
I don't know.
Triple H fumbling, bro.
I think Cody needs to take the initiative to get that pencil, sit down with Triple H and say, okay, well, maybe if we do this, we can do this, and then we should do this. Because you got to kind of take control of your own destiny as well. So I don't put it 100% on Triple H. And that was a good point you just made, saying that Cody Rhodes was a chapter in Roman Reigns' book, because they only put him against Solo Sikoa at that time so Roman Reigns could return. So that boosted Solo Sikoa, and then they kind of pushed that story off to the side and put Cody Rhodes with Kevin Owens. So who comes out bigger out of that match? You know, it's Solo, because now he's doing a bigger story with Roman. So I think it's all bad. But Brian, one question you asked us before we started this video was, should Cody Rhodes lose the championship? Is it that time? My answer to that question is this. Back in the day, we used to have these title reigns. Like, look at Charlotte Flair. She would drop the title and then she would get it back. Like, you know, drop the title, go on a chase and get it back.
Gotta get her to 16, man.
You
Gotta
don't
get her
have
to
to have
16.
these long, super drawn out title reigns. That would actually make his title reign more interesting if he lost it. Now he's on the chase to get it back. Even if he takes it back in the next pay-per-view, have somebody hold it for like a second, boom. Now Cody Rhodes is a 2-time champion. Somebody who we didn't expect to take the championship took it from him and made the story more interesting. So I think at this point, that's something they need to do. Even if he gets it right back and then takes it to WrestleMania, he's not going to hold the championship longer than Roman. So having this big, long, drawn-out title reign, there's no point in it.
I mean, right now it feels like it's more like a title reign with exhibition matches. We're getting some really good matches out of it, but it's not really going anywhere with substance. It's like one of the biggest things that I criticized AEW for when they was doing that, and I'm gonna keep that same energy with WWE, bro. That we've seen some great matches against Logan. We've seen some great matches against AJ. That Kevin Owens match was freaking great, but guess what? There's no substance to it. It's all just, hey man, just face me type thing. Nobody wants to see that, bro. I'm sorry. It's garbage.
I think like one thing that like I always come back to is there was no problem with Cody losing to the right person, right? And the guy that you could have done it with, that you can't do it with now because he's apparently no longer on the SmackDown roster.
Oh, but Femi?
No, Randy Orton.
Oh, Randy Orton.
Like, I would have, like, think about this, right? one thing we've been missing is where's the story for Cody Rhodes, like to advance his character.
My bad. That joke was Odyssey Jones, the black guys. Go ahead.
All right. Well, anyway, but like Cody just hasn't had that feud that's like about him, right? And I think that's what we're getting at. You could have done something with Orton. Like Orton should not have faced Gunther at that point. Like that was in my opinion, a very short-sighted decision. I understand why they did it, Bash in Berlin or whatnot.
I like the follow-up.
No, like, just let me finish. The reality is, if you really wanted to build the Cody Rhodes character, to make sure that Cody like felt like he was an important aspect of the show, you go back to what you do and what makes every great babyface: fighting back against adversity. And with Orton, you had the personal story of Cody being brought up into the business by Randy Orton. And Randy Orton, looking at that title, looking at Cody Rhodes, looking at the adulation, saying that should have been mine. I'm still the teacher. You're the pupil. The story they could have told would have been amazing. Orton could have, in a shocking fashion, taken the title away from Cody, validating that he is still the teacher, but then force Cody into a position where he has to go that extra mile, where he has to do something he hasn't done nearly during his entire time in WWE, which is develop his character. Yet here we are, and he's still trying to convince Kevin Owens to try to get a title shot. I don't know what's going on. This makes no sense to me. Unwatchable. Disqualify him, take away the title, destroy the lineage. The WWE Championship is cooked right now.